गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव।
अच्युतं केशवं राम नारायणं कृष्ण दामोदरं वासुदेवं हरि।
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 తాతయ్య గురించి మాట్లాడాలి అంటే ఈ వీడియో సరిపోదు. తాతయ్య దగ్గర నేనేది నేర్చుకున్నాను అంటే టాలరెన్స్, పేషెన్స్. దెర్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ ఇంపాసిబుల్. కన్సిస్టెంట్గా ఎఫర్ట్ పెడుతూ ఉంటే రావాల్సింది వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఇంకా తన జనరేషన్కి తను చాలా ముందు ఆలోచిస్తుండే. హీ వాజ్ వే అహెడ్ ఆఫ్ హిస్ జనరేషన్. కొట్టకుండా నేర్పించడం, బాధపరచడం, అవన్నీ నేను ఇప్పుడు నా లైఫ్లో ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాలని చాలా ట్రై చేస్తున్నాను. బట్ ఆ జనరేషన్లోని తాతయ్య ఫాలో అవ్వడం ఈజ్ అ గ్రేట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. తాతయ్య లైఫ్లో అన్నీ మంచివి చేసేసి హీ ఈజ్ డెఫినెట్లీ ఇన్ అ బెటర్ ప్లేస్ నౌ. హీ విల్ బీ ఇన్ అ బెటర్ ప్లేస్. కానీ అమ్మమ్మ మీకు మేమందరు ఉన్నాం, మర్చిపోవద్దు.
My most fondest memory of Tatya would be how he was always first class. He would, whenever you ask him over the phone or over in person, he would just say, "Oh, I'm doing first class." Age was just a number for him. He would say you can learn anything and everything at any age and master it. And he would not just tell it, his actions will show that to you. I remember he just used to read homeopathy medicine books for leisure. I mean, who does that? He was genuinely kind, and he did not know what temper was. Never in his dictionary in the first place. He always wished for everyone around him. The most beautiful thing about him was his mind. He never seemed like any. He studied statistics from Banaras Hindu University, and he would teach me math when I missed my school. And I think I'm able to use statistics in my current work today, and it gives me hope, or it gives me confidence somewhere that I can apply and what he taught me. And I just hope that wherever he has this vibrant smile, and it can cheer anyone up around him. And last but not the least, he was so smart that he skipped a grade, and that should definitely be mentioned. He told me once.
మా తాతయ్య చాలా గొప్ప. అతనికి అలోపతి, హోమియోపతి, ఆస్ట్రాలజీ, స్టాటిస్టిక్స్లో చాలా జ్ఞానం ఉన్నది. నాకు స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ ఇంకా ఆస్ట్రాలజీలో చాలా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉన్నది. అతను ముందేంటి రూమ్లో కూర్చొని బ్రౌన్ స్పెక్స్ వేసుకొని న్యూస్ పేపర్ టాబ్లెట్ కానీ చూస్తుంటే అవే గుర్తొస్తుంటాయి. ఇంకా అతనికి వాకింగ్ కానీ సైక్లింగ్ కానీ చేయడం చాలా ఇష్టం. ఇంకా he didn't leave us with memory. He left us with legacy.
I thought that if there were things that I could say to you before I knew you'd be gone, it'd be an immensely long list because you're pretty great. Some of the things I would say are, first, thanks for teaching me Telugu. When I was 2 or 3 years old, I was so young, so I don't remember a lot of it, but I do remember you being extremely patient with me. And my mom always tells me that I learned it in 2 days, and I think that's a greater testament of your ability to teach than it was mine to learn. So, thank you for being such an amazing teacher. Thank you for being a tape recorder when I was younger. If you remember, I would always ask you to tell me the Rapunzel story on repeat. It's because I really loved the line when you said, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." That was my favorite line, and I needed you to always tell me that. So sometimes you'd just finish saying it, and I'd tell you to say it again like I was in a concert. Sometimes I got to the point where my mom and dad had it memorized, so they had to tell you to stop because they just couldn't take it anymore. Thank you for never saying no, and if I wanted to hear it, you always made sure I heard it because I wanted to. You and I are the only people who studied econ in the family. Your passion for it transcended onto my dad, and it was passed on to me. At the end of the summer, I'm hopefully going to get my master's in economics. And thank you for paving the way. Thank you for doing it first. We were econ buddies, and I wish now it wasn't just me. You always smiled. That's the one thing that's etched onto my brain, and hopefully will that be forever, is your smile. You smiled all the time, whenever someone came into a room, and random points during the conversation. Every time someone said anything, you always smiled, and that's the one thing I'll remember because your smile was like the Mona Lisa. There just isn't another one like it. So, we love you, Tata, a lot. You'll be really greatly missed. You had a huge family. We all loved you. And we're trying to deal with the gaping hole you've left. But I'm just really glad to know that I got to know you the way I did. We love you very much. I love you.
One thing that Tatya always told me is that before doing any work, take God's name and keep doing your work and leave the rest to him, because the only thing that you can do is putting in your 100% into whatever you're doing, and the rest will be taken care by God. So Tatya, thank you for this great advice. Love you.
Every time I see a sugar-free sugar bottle in the store, I'm reminded of all the times I used to pop in a few tablets just before you put some in your tea. And how whenever you fell asleep with a gigantic newspaper covering your face, I always had to smack the newspaper just to give you a tiny bit of a jump scare. I sometimes catch myself reading off the ingredients of a shampoo bottle because every time you came across a shampoo bottle, you asked me to read the ingredients off for you. And you always had to know the purpose of every ingredient in that shampoo. When you first got your iPad, I taught you everything you needed to know about the iPad, and you came back to me the very next day and asked me to teach you everything again. And you came back to me every single day for as long as I could remember. These are only a fraction of the things that remind me of you. You've had such a big impact on every single person around you, and you never failed to radiate energy in every room you entered. It's hard to think that I won't be able to experience that energy anymore. We're so proud of all your achievements, both academically and socially, because you've managed to leave a permanent footprint on every person you've met. I hope one day I'll be able to leave a footprint as big as yours, even though those are extremely hard shoes to fill in. I can't put all my thoughts into words, but if I could, this video would not end. The words I love you and I miss you are not merely as close as to what I truly feel, but for now, they're close enough. I love you and I miss you so, so much.
I love my Tatya very much. I love his simplicity and would try to imbibe that in my life, and would try to be half as voracious reader as he was.
You drew memories in my mind that can never be erased. You painted our heart with colors that can never be replaced. My Tatya is my greatest inspiration. He was perfect in every task. Whenever we used to visit him, he just gave a big and vibrant smile, even in his tough times. His knowledge and passion for learning is just beyond words. He not only gave us encouragement and wisdom, but he's a role model to everyone in our family. He was always full of positivity by heart. My Tatya cannot be described in words. He's such a great personality. I love you, Tatya, and I miss you.
मैंने अपने तात्या के साथ कुछ सुनहरे पल बिताए हैं जो मैं आप सबसे शेयर करना चाहती हूँ। जब मैं बहुत छोटी थी तब से मेरे पापा मुझे मेरे तात्या के बारे में बताते आ रहे हैं। मैंने अपने तात्या के साथ बहुत कम टाइम स्पेंड किया, पर जितना भी किया मुझे ये पता चला कि उनने अपनी लाइफ में बहुत ही संघर्ष करके इतने बड़े मुकाम तक पहुंचे हैं। उन्हें कभी भी गिव अप नहीं किया। वो निरंतर प्रयास करते गए और फिर उनको सक्सेस पहुंच ही गया। वो हमेशा हंसते रहते थे और मुझे भी कहते थे हंसने के लिए हमेशा। तात्या हमेशा बोलते थे नथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल इफ यू ट्राई। तात्या, मैं भगवान से बस यही प्रार्थना करती हूँ कि मैं आपकी तरह दयालु और स्वाभिमानी बनूं। तात्या, आप मेरे जीवन में मेरे रोल मॉडल हो और तात्या से हमें ये सीख मिलती है कि हमें निरंतर प्रयास करना चाहिए, हमें कभी भी गिव अप नहीं करना चाहिए। तात्या, आई लव यू एंड आई मिस यू सो मच।
Thank you.